have a good day? Yeah? Lots of fantastic performances all day long, master classes. It's been a really wonderful day here at UK and for the Great Plains Regional TV Euphonium Conference. Welcome everybody to the evening concert. It's so good to have the University of Nebraska at Kearney Wind Ensemble accompany these amazing soloists and me at this wonderful event. So a few things I need to say thank you to certain people. I need to say thank you to. First, thanks to you for being here. Second, thanks to our program designer, Hope Schwartz. Is she in the room? Is she here? Okay, I didn't know she was going to make it out here. Her design has been... Her design for the program was absolutely fantastic, and it's been really great to work with her on the program. My manager said, thank non-school sponsors, and that's not super helpful because it's a very long list and I don't have it all up here. But I'll thank the ones that I can remember. The rest are actually in the program. So firstly, I want to thank the Visit Kearney, the Kearney Visitors Bureau for donating a significant amount of money and some gift bags for the exhibitors. I want to thank Brown's Shoe Company. I want to thank, who else was on that list? I do want to thank the Rose Sanctuary. We'll talk more about them in a minute, and the Crane Trust for helping to bring this migration concerto to life. So that's we've got a lot of things like that to think. And anyway, next up is we have an evening hang. The evening hang is after this. Most of the low brass players are going to go over to McHugh's Tap Room, and we want you all to come and hang out and enjoy the camaraderie of low brass music. And we have a trolley system set up so that people who are here at the conference and at one of the conference hotels, you do not need to drive to McHugh's Tap Room. There's a route that the trolleys will be traveling so that you don't have to worry about drinking and driving and or worrying about transportation after having a few beers or whatever. We want to thank the contributor for that. Brian Dowdy of Cimarron Music has generously given the funding for making the trolley system happen. So everyone please thank Brian Dowdy for that. Thank you, Brian. That's all part of what we're doing with this conference, is trying to make this whole thing safer and more inclusive. And we're really excited to be on the forefront of those initiatives. But the most important people to thank are the student volunteers who helped run this conference today and will be doing so tomorrow. So please give them the biggest deserve all that, and we're going to thank them again tomorrow night. So, okay. So, without further ado, let's get this concert started. So, please welcome to the stage the director of bands at University of Nebraska Kearney, Dr. Dwayne Bierman.
I didn't realize how much taller I was than Dr. Benton. Huh. I learned something today. Thanks everyone for being here. So glad you're here. Really excited for the rest of this concert. Before intermission, we have 2 concertos. One is a world premiere. That's the second one. The first one is the Arutunian Tuba concertos, 3 movements long. And we're so privileged to be able to play alongside just world-class musicians. And it's been really fun to get to know them over the last day and a half and work out how we're going to work all this stuff. And so I think, without further ado, let's bring out our first soloist. Please welcome to the stage, Jarrett McCourt. Part of my fitness plan for the band to have them move around in between pieces just to get a couple of steps in. Before we move on to our next piece, we're actually really fortunate that for the next 3 concertos, the composers are here. And so we're actually going to get to hear from them a little bit. This next piece is a world premiere, and there's a lot going into it, and it has a nice program to it when it comes to things that Kearney is famous for, which is the crane migration stuff in the spring. And so I'll let the composer talk a little bit more about it. So please welcome to the stage, Ian Lester.
How's everyone doing? Good. Yeah, this piece came into existence in its earliest stage about a year ago. One of my closest friends, the conference manager of this event, Jared Sherman, gave me a call one day and told me, there might be an opportunity to write a concerto for Dr. Benton. And we took about an hour discussing what it could be about, what might the subject be, and I knew it had to be something having to do with Nebraska. It's such a big event in Nebraska. Robert Benton teaches here. Being someone from Michigan who did also school in Kansas City, Missouri, I knew nothing about Nebraska. When I first began this process, and Jared told me about the sandhill crane migration, I was like, cool, birds, and then I looked it up, and just doing the initial research, it was just watching some grainy videos on YouTube of this migration was already a sight to behold, and the sound that they make is incredible. So I was lucky enough to come here to Kearney really early March this year and actually experience the migration in person, and it was a sight to behold. So almost speechless, and sorry, getting a little emotional because it's been such a great process. So I did a lot of research, went to see the migration, heard the migration, I was almost done with the piece at that point and made some adjustments based on what I heard and saw live. But the piece is in 3 movements. The first movement is Arrival. It depicts the cranes arriving to Kearney on the Platte River. The second movement is Stare, or Still. That is them huddled together, sleeping at night, resting. And the third movement is Flight, and super exciting. It's obviously them taking flight. This process, working with Dr. Bierman and the Wind Ensemble, has been pretty amazing, really amazing. They've been nothing but welcoming, and this whole band's worked so hard on this piece. Dr. Benton sounds incredible. You're going to hear it in a second. But I can't really thank everyone enough for their support and everything. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the Migration Concerto for Euphonium.
I did want to take one more more opportunity to thank the Rose Sanctuary Audubon Society and the Crane Trust, and it's been wonderful to work with them. If you want to know more about the cranes, they have booths outside of the hall. Go get to know them, talk to them. They have a whole bunch of folded cranes out there. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that my mother-in-law, who really loved the cranes when she came to visit, decided to make this quilt that's out there. And we're gonna be raffling that off. And we're going to be selling raffle tickets all summer long, and eventually in November at the grand reopening of the Rose Sanctuary's expansion, we're going to give the quilt away to the lucky winner. And so the proceeds for that raffle will go to my studio and help them attend the international version of this conference that happens next summer in Valencia. So I hope you enjoy the piece, and please buy a raffle ticket.
Thank you.
We're going to take a 10-minute intermission.
second half? Too bad, we're gonna do the competition winners first. Okay, so we had really great competitions. We had 7 categories, lots of great judges who volunteered their time. I wanna say thank you to all of them. And but before we do that, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, to the University of Nebraska at Kearney for helping sponsor this event, for the faculty who have made way for me and my crew to come in here and do this really great thing. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the competitions coordinator, Dr. Stephen Maxwell.
Thank you so much. We had terrific competitions this year. Everybody did really great. The students were fantastic, great people and great players. So it was really a pleasure to be a part of this. I want to thank all the judges that were a part of this. I'll go through them really quick. You can just hold your applause to the end. Hiram Diaz, Matt Morales, Joel Pooh, Trey Schweitzer, Will Sutton, Ken Drubnek, John Manning, Taylor Hicks, Brett Copeland, I already got Ken. Chris Vivio, Todd Cranston, let's see, who else am I missing? Charles Ortega, Bo Atlas. I think I got everybody, but thank you so much to all those judges. Big round of applause for all the judges putting in the time for that. All right, so we had some really great sponsors this year for this competition. So I want to let you know what the winnings are. So all the first place competitors win $300. All the second place competitors win $150, and the third place competitors win $75. We had our finals today. We had our first round yesterday, and then our finals today. Also, on top of that, thank you to these special gifts that were provided for the winners. The first place winners of the artist Tuba will also win a free copy of the Tuba Exercise Library Project by Ian Morganson, which is very neat. The first place winner of the artist Euphonium will also win a free copy of the Euphonium Exercise Library, also by Morganson. The first place winners of the Young Artist, both Euphonium and Tuba, will also win a $300 scholarship to the International Euphonium Tuba Festival, courtesy of Adam Fry. And the second place winners of the Young Artist competition will also win a $200 scholarship to the IET Festival as well. So thank you. A big round of applause for all those sponsors for this competition. All right. We're going to get through this. This is the fun time. All right. So we're going to announce right from. We're going to go kind of backwards. We're Euphonium Young Artist. The second place winner for Euphonium Young Artist was Sam Webster. Come on up, Sam. For the Euphonium Young Artist, first place is Campbell Bird. Congratulations. Tuba Young Artist, third place is Edward Martinez. Come on up, Edward. Second place for the Tuba Young Artist is Chase Wassam. We planned it to have them on each side of the stage. And Tuba Young Artist, first place is Lloyd Dotson III. Next up is the Euphonium Artist category. Third place in the Euphonium Artist category is Ian Lester. Second place in Euphonium Artist category is Matthew Dulles. first place in the Euphonium artist is Reese Hinton. In the tuba artist category, we had one finalist. Our first place finalist is John Reyna. Congratulations to all the soloists. We had our mock band auditions for Euphonium. We had 2 award winners for that. We had the second place Euphonium mock band audition award winner was Eli Granger, or is Eli Granger. Congratulations. In the Euphonium mock band audition, first place is Campbell Bird. We had our tuba mock orchestra audition category as well. Taking third place in that tuba mock orchestra is Avery Scamahorn. Second place in the tuba mock orchestra category is Lorenzo Castellano Chavez. First place in the tuba mock orchestra category is Jacob Lacombra. Jacob Lacombra, congratulations. All right, and then finally it was our ensemble competition. We had all quartets this year. Taking third place in the ensemble competition is You've Got Tuba Kidding Quartet. Second place in the ensemble competition is Sinobine Quartet. And last but certainly not least, the first place in the ensemble competition is Toast. One more big round of applause for all the competitors that took place, that went today. Big round of applause.
Welcome back, everybody. So the next piece is for the Trio di Voluto, and they'll come out in a little bit. But first, we'd like to invite the composer of the next piece to come on up and say a few words. Please welcome Charles Dibley.
I just realized these guys have spent most of their lives in the 21st century, and I've spent most of my life in the 20th century. It's really weird. I was looking up here. Okay, I wanted to do a brief synopsis of the piece. I really always wonder what it was like to write a concerto grosso, because I kept seeing all these Tartinis and Vivaldis and all these guys back there writing concerto grossos for more than one solo instrument. How do you keep everything straight? But in 1972, I played Floyd Worley's concertino for 3 brass, trumpet, trombone, and myself on tuba, and I thought it was kind of a cool thing to do. So I decided to embark on that journey, and I ran into Todd and Amy, and then Jamie, part of the Trio Voluto, and I said, I'd like to try to write a trio. And they said, go ahead, give it a shot. Well, I wrote 4 measures, and it says, now what do I do? So I had to come up with an idea. Well, my mother's 100% Norwegian, and I've been arranging some pieces from Grieg's lyric piano pieces for any number of ensembles. And I thought, he had this one piano piece called The Troll. So let's give that a try. So the first movement, you're going to hear this Norwegian troll banging around his house, angry as everything at the world. And by the end of the first movement, he's all done for. And the second movement reflects on why he's angry all the time. And you'll hear the disappearance of his anger towards the end of the second movement. In the last part of the second movement, he finally comes to grips with himself and is at peace. And the third movement is just a dance. So enjoy Concerto for 3 brass and band. One more thing. These guys back here, I can't believe they're playing 4 concertos in a row. Give them one more great round of applause.
All right, so I'd like to bring to the stage the Trio di Voluto, Todd Cranston, Amy Larson, and Jamie Lipton. Please welcome them. Everyone, for our final concerto tonight, we have a really special treat for you. I'll introduce the soloist in a bit, but first we have the composer in the audience, which is really a good treat. Somebody who's my friend on Facebook, but I've never actually met in person, so please welcome to the stage Tom Dvorin.
He is tall. Hello, everybody. Good evening. What a wonderful concert that we've heard so far. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody associated with this event for including my piece in tonight's concert. So Hiram and I have known each other since around about 2015. Just by happenstance, the Marine Band happened to program a work of mine for Euphonium and trumpet that may never have happened. I can remember ordering something on Amazon, and I didn't see the email that had confirmed the order coming through, so I checked my spam in Gmail, and in the spam Gmail folder was an address which said marinebandlibrary@gmail.com. And it was the request for this particular piece from a few days ago. So I may never have seen that email had that happenstance not happened. But we since grew this wonderful musical friendship and have always looked for a project that we could do together for a major work. Well, Hiram found supporters in the Michigan City Municipal Band and Valparaiso University who wanted to commission the piece that you're going to hear tonight. You all know Hiram as a wonderful euphonium player, but what you may not know is there's a different side to his musicianship. Hiram is Cuban, very proud of his Cuban heritage, and so Latin music is very, very important to him. He's also a wonderful singer. He leads the Marine Latin Ensemble, and for the premiere of this ensemble at the University of Kansas, he actually sang solos with the award-winning University of Kansas Jazz Band too. So he's very multifaceted, and he wanted some Latin identity to be placed in this piece. I only saw one problem with that, and that is, as a college professor myself and a musician, I believe in authenticity of representation in music, and I don't know if you can tell, I am not very Cuban. I am about as British as it gets. So what we decided to do was to look for elements of specifically traditional Cuban song and rhythm and place them in a very traditional European band context of composition, almost so they're a little bit hidden, but they are all the time underpinning the essence of the music. So the first movement you're going to hear is called Son, and it's based on son clave rhythm. The second movement, Mesto, is based on specific modalities that you would hear in Cuban song, and it actually has a nod to my alma, the University of Kansas. Anybody of you who know the composer James Barnes, his famous Third Symphony was premiered at the University of Kansas, and this Mesto takes the same form and same architecture as the Mesto in that symphony, and a final ritmico, which melds together both of those ideas in a really traditional sort of compound time Western art music concerto finale. So I certainly hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much again to the wonderful band behind me for preparing this music, and I will hand you back to Dwayne, who can introduce Hiram. Thank you so much.
Just kind of nerded out a little bit right there. So, with no further ado, please welcome to the stage Hiram Diaz. Well, we're not done yet. One more thing to do. We're going to end with a march. And this is going to be the UNK Wind Ensemble and Friends. So you'll see some other euphonium players kind of joining us at spots here and there because I'm told that this is kind of a tradition. I'm a percussionist, don't hold that against me, low brass folks. So once we get everybody in place, thank you so much for your attendance tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks for showing all these students much appreciation for all their hard work. So thank you. Unlike the rest of the student body at UNK, their summer break starts in about 4 minutes. So, the Melody Shop.